Hello, thank you so much for coming back and joining me for this week's Monday must-have. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit sleepy. It's super early, but today I'll be sharing with you the e.l.f. Mix to Match Adjuster. So I got it in the shade Deepen because I realized I totally buy way too light of foundation. So we're going to be trying this with one of my favorite foundations and seeing if I can get my perfect shade. So if you'd like to hear more about this and see this in the works, then please keep on watching. Just so you know, I do upload a daily video on budget beauty. So it could be skin, makeup, hair, a little shopping haul. It just really does depend on the day of the week. So make sure that you subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell, turn it on to all so that way you are notified when I upload, which is daily. I also do a live stream every Sunday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So yeah, I'd love for you to be able to come on back and watch whenever you would like to. Okay, so this is the fourth video I'm filming with my new camera. I'm trying to get the volume adjusted and everything like that, so thanks for hanging in there with me. But you guys get to see up close and personal what my skin really looks like in Super HD, 4K, you know, my scary brows. So I think it's a really awesome thing. So my skin is prepped, eyebrows are on, I've got my coffee. It's gonna be a good day. So, okay. So I have my little palette that I use. This is a lid to my old brush cleaner that my cat ate. But, so this is a highly pigmented foundation adjuster where you just need a drop or two. Like I said, I did get it in the shade Deepen. This is from e.l.f. This was $4. So, like, you know what? I have a lot of foundations, and I remember when I was younger, foundations, especially from the drugstore, were very, very dark. Like, the lightest shades were pretty dark. So I'm just so used to buying one of the lightest shades. But nowadays, with drugstore foundations, I have to go up to like a medium beige for it to match my skin. So it looks very, very deep, but I just want to see. You do get 0.32 ounces, so almost a half an ounce. Oh yeah, that is dark. That is very, very dark. But that's good because with it being so pigmented, hopefully I won't need much to adjust foundation. So we're just going to go and give this a try. So here I have the L'Oreal Infallible Advanced Never Fail Makeup. I love this stuff, but it is pretty light. So give it a shake, and I'm going to go ahead and squirt some out onto my little palette. Okay, so I'm going to do about 2 pumps, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add one like little tiny drop at first, and let's see how that works. So, ooh, this seems like it's going to be a little bit hard to control, but I'm just going to go ahead. There we go. Just the tiniest little drop. Dispenser so far, first impressions wise, I don't like the dispenser. It's kind of hard to control. The difference right there, okay? So I'm just going to go ahead and get this mixed. I might need to add a little bit more of the regular foundation. Okay, so this is what it's looking like mixed. I'm just going to go in and take a little fingerful, put it on the back of my hand. Oh, that gave it a weird undertone. Oof. Gave it a very strange undertone. Okay, I'm just going to add a tiny bit more foundation and see if we can get this to a wearable shade. I don't know. I never really, I wanted to try it, you know, like the adjuster drops and everything, but I don't know, it's kind of freaked me out, but it looks kind of purple. Okay, we're just going to go with it. It's done. We're going to go with it. Okay, so got my little flat stippling brush that I use. We're going to... Oof. That is a weird, weird shade. I don't know. I'm going to do it on half my face at first, and then I'll do the other half. But I really like this foundation. It's a great foundation. But it's, oof. Do you see how it's looking kind of purpley or bluish? Oof. I'm gonna see if this changes the wear, all that. So, oh man, I don't know if that's showing up on camera. That is looking pretty weird. Oh, it look kind of sallow. Ugh. Okay. I mean, I don't know if you can see it when it's a little bit heavier. See how it looks kind of bluish green? Blend it in. Oh. I don't know about this. I think what I'm going to be doing too is after my makeup's applied and everything, like concealer and powder, I think I'm going to take some photos and see if, in different lighting, and see if I can get the hue. Oh, see if I can get like the weird, yeah, it looks, I don't know, it looks really weird. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go put on some concealer and powder and everything. It still looks too light, and it's a weird undertone, so I'll be right back. Okay, so here is my skin with concealer and some powder. I still feel like it's a little too light, but that shade, that undertone is a little odd to me, but it's honestly, with it being powdered down and everything, and I don't have any other makeup on, I don't have like contour, bronzer, blush, anything like that, it's looking a little bit better. But I'm gonna go take some pictures in other lighting. I'll be inserting them. We'll do some check-ins and seeing how everything's look with maybe other makeup on top, but this is what it's looking like. I don't think it's changed the kind of formula of the L'Oreal Infallible Advanced Never Fail Makeup. I don't think it's changed it. The way it sits on my skin looks the same, all that, but this is what it looks like. So I'll see you here in a little bit, but here's those photos first. Okay, so it's been probably about 2 hours since I put on the foundation with the e.l.f. Adjuster. So I did put on some bronzer, blush, and highlight. So this is what my skin's looking like. I think it's looking okay. Undertone's still looking a little off to me, but like I said, it's not changing the formula of the L'Oreal Infallible Advanced Never Fail makeup. So it's still looking really, really nice on the skin. I'm not really sure what I think of the e.l.f. Adjuster, Mix to Match Adjuster. I'm gonna have to, just keep on playing with it. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna be filming another video here shortly. So the next time you see me, I will have eye makeup on. But this is what it's looking like. I think it's looking okay. But anyway, I'll see you here in just a sec. Okay, so it's been about 6, maybe 7 hours since I put on my foundation with the NYX adjuster, Mix to Match Adjuster. I don't think it looks bad. In certain lighting, the undertone still looks really weird to me. I don't think this makes enough of a difference for me to continue using. I'm going to go ahead and just use the back of my hand, and I'm going to do the same thing, but I want to kind of really show you what this looks like. Okay, so here is one pump of foundation, and I'm going to try to do as much, control this as much as possible, but the little dropper is very hard to control. Okay, so I just did the smallest amount, okay, I want you to see what this turns into. Just turns into the weirdest undertone. See, that doesn't look too bad right now. Maybe I added too much. I don't know. Let me go ahead and add just a little bit more. But see, it just doesn't, I don't know. I just don't know if it does a lot. Except it just makes a weird, okay. So, as you can see, it makes, if you do too much, it makes it gray. It makes it kind of that blue-gray. I'm gonna add a little bit more foundation. I don't know. It just, this seems very hard to control. So, I mean, and then, okay, so now it looks too light, but it still just has that weird undertone to it. It just, it's very gray and corpse-like. I mean, I think this would work if it was a different tone. It might be weird for me because I'm more of a cool tone. This might work for someone that is more olive or yellow toned, but on someone like me, I have more foundation. For someone like me, this just, it's totally okay. So this is my third pump of foundation, okay? So it just, so I can keep doing this, and it's just gonna lighten it, but it just is this weird undertone. Okay, so it just, I don't know anyone's undertone that is actually like this gray. So unfortunately, the e.l.f. Mix to Match Adjuster, it is not a Monday must-have. I would steer very clear of this. If you have this and if you've made it work for you, how? How did you make this work for you? Because this is like purpley gray, and it just doesn't look good at all. I mean, it's just such a weird tone. Like, I'm gonna finish it. So it didn't really darken it. It just gives it a weird cast. You see that? So it's now lighter because I'd add enough foundation to make it light again, but it changes the undertone where it's like a weird undertone. So unfortunately, this is a no-go for me. I'm glad I only spent $4 on it because I don't like it. I guess if I still need to kind of adjust my foundation, I did buy a darker foundation, and I've been doing that. That seems to be working fine. But personally, I don't like the e.l.f. mix to match adjuster. It's weird. The undertone is really, really odd. So I don't recommend it. I see the slightest change in the formula. I'm looking super cakey. Like, I like this foundation. It's a really, really nice foundation. It's pretty lightweight, but this definitely, it's only been 6 or 7 hours, okay? I told you my forehead crease is really bad, but it's just looking super cakey around the mouth and around the nose. So, I mean, it did change the formula slightly, but it's the weird undertone. See, and if I add more to darken it back up again, it's gonna do this weird game of being too dark, too light, but it's the undertone. It's the weird. Okay, so I just added just the smallest little drop, and watch, when I go to like, I don't know. It's very odd to me. So yeah, no, this is definitely a no-go. I honestly don't, I don't think I've tried a formula or a product that I've disliked this much in a very, very long time. It's pretty horrendous. So yeah, unfortunately, it's a no-go. And like I said, it could just be my skin undertone where it's looking really weird and odd. But it's weird. If you add too much, then you have to add a lot more foundation, and even then, it just gives a gray tone to my skin, which I'm not into. So unfortunately, not a Monday must-have. It's a Monday must-not. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up and share it. I love getting the word out on products, whether it's good products or bad products. $4 is $4. Maybe just buy a darker shade of Maybelline, the Matte and Poreless, or the Smooth and Dewy, whatever you like. Just grab a darker shade and do that, because this is just weird. It's just weird. But anyway, leave a comment down below. Have you tried the e.l.f. Mix to Match Adjuster? What did you think of it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know down below in the comments, what foundation mix-in adjuster do you recommend that's still drugstore and still affordable? I'd love to know down below in the comments. And don't forget, you're always welcome to follow me on my other social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. It's all at Budget Glam Babe. Don't go anywhere quite yet. I should have another video that should start auto-playing very, very shortly, or you can always click on one of the ones that's popping up around the screen. So yeah, I'll see you here in just a sec.